What is the best league in Europe? So for today's FIFA 20 experiment, we're going to be finding out which league in Europe has the best players. So I've created a team from each of the 18 full leagues that are represented in FIFA 20, not including ones that are in the rest of the world section as they are not full leagues. And I've put all the best players from each of those leagues onto one of the teams from that league, and they're going to be competing to see which is the best team. So let's take a look at the 18 different teams that are going to be competing. Okay, so representing the Austrian league, we have Rapid Vienna, who have of course won the league the most times in Austria. That's how I'm going to be choosing which team is representing each country. It's who's won the domestic league the most times, apart from a few cases which we'll get to later on. So this is the Austrian league team. And as you can see, it's nothing too special. Probably not going to be making it to the live match, which will be played between the top two teams at the end of this league, but should be somewhere around the middle to bottom half. Anderlecht have won the Belgian league the most times, so this is the Belgian league team. This is looking definitely a bit better than the Austrian league team, but it's still not going to be one of the top teams in this competition. Representing Denmark, we have the Copenhagen team. Again, probably going to be in the bottom half, nothing too special in this squad. Then we have the English League, the Premier League, being represented by Manchester United, and this is probably the first one of the favourites that we have here. Strong all the way throughout. Probably the favourites to win this, as Premier League players tend to be highly rated in FIFA, but we will see how it goes. Great strength in depth all the way through, not a single weak player in this squad. Definitely one of the favourites. Then representing the French league, we have Saint Etienne. Surprisingly, despite PSG having a lot of success recently, it is Saint Etienne that still holds the record for most league titles, although if we look at this team, it is effectively just the PSG team, as they have most of the best players in the league. I think if I'm not mistaken, that entire starting lineup all plays for PSG. There's a few players on the bench that don't, Depay for example, and Lopez are both with Lyon, and then some more players from other teams in the reserves as well. Another one of the favourites, although not as strong in terms of strength in depth, but we will see how it goes. Unsurprisingly, the German Bundesliga is being represented by Bayern Munich, and it's another one of the favourites of course. Mainly a Bayern Munich team as well, with a few Borussia Dortmund players mixed in. Good strength in depth, probably better than the French league team, but again, I probably wouldn't rate them as highly as the Premier League team, but we will see how they get on. The Italian league is being represented by Juventus knockoff Piemonte Calcio. Juventus have won Serie A the most times, and this yet again another one of the stronger teams. Perhaps even more strength in depth than the Premier League as we go through the ratings, or maybe about the same, but either way one of the favourites to win here. And another unsurprising one, Ajax are representing the Dutch league, and 10 of the starting 11 do actually play for Ajax as well, just showing their dominance in the league. As we go through, this is probably a solid mid-table team in this league, but I don't see them challenging for a top 4 position. The Norwegian league is being represented by Rosenborg, and this is probably the first one that we've seen that will be fighting it out at the bottom of the table. The weakest side we've seen so far, with the exception of the goalkeeper there. Everyone in the mid to low 70s, and in fact the right back there is in the 60s. But maybe they'll surprise us, who knows? The Polish league now is being represented by Górnik Zabrze. They've actually won the Polish league an equal amount of times as Wisła Kraków, both winning the league 14 times, although Górnik did reach 14 first, that's why I have put them on this team. And it's another team that's going to be fighting it out with Norway at the bottom, I imagine. All ratings in the low 70s. Quite a weak team in comparison with the others. Maybe they'll surprise a few teams, who knows. Portuguese league, represented by Benfica, another one like the Dutch league that should be in the top half, but probably not enough strength in the starting lineup to be competing with the other big leagues. But as we can see, all in the 80s in the starting lineup, not too weak in the reserves either, so should do quite well. The Republic of Ireland now being represented by Shamrock Rovers. I think it's safe to say they're probably going to come last in this division, but I didn't want to leave them out because they are a European league that has been included in FIFA 20, so I didn't want to discriminate against them and completely discount them. But I will be playing as Shamrock Rovers to be impartial, and who knows, maybe they might win a few games and surprise us all, but pretty weak throughout. Only one player actually in the 70s, and even then that's only just. Representing Romania is Steaua Bucharest, and it's another team that will be fighting out at the bottom, mid to low 70 ratings all the way through. The Scottish Premier League is being represented by Celtic, and the majority of this team is pretty much represented by a mixture of Celtic and Rangers players. I would imagine this team will probably finish somewhere around the middle of the table, but as we proved in a previous experiment, they just aren't on the same level as the higher leagues such as the Premier League. La Liga in Spain is being represented by Real Madrid, and straight away I'm going to say this will be the team which I think will come out on top of this league. High 80 to 90 ratings all the way through the starting lineup, and as well in the substitutes and reserves. Definitely has the strength in depth to compete with the likes of the English League and the Italian League. The Swedish League represented by Malmo, another one of the weaker teams, ratings in the mid to low 70s throughout. The Swiss League should be represented by Grasshopper, although they are not in the Swiss First Division anymore, so aren't in FIFA 20, so the second most wins in the top flight of Swiss football goes to Basel, so they will be representing the Swiss League, and this team could surprise a few people, finishing about mid-table I reckon. Not one of the weaker teams we've seen, but it's not one of the strongest either. And finally, the Turkish League being represented by Galatasaray. This team could surprise a few teams. I reckon it'll be up there with the Dutch League and the Portuguese League, fighting out the 6th place spot. Definitely a team better in attack than in defence though. And actually there is only 4 players in this entire squad which are under the age of 30, kind of emphasising that the Turkish League is a place that players tend to go towards the end of their career. So let's go ahead and simulate forward in this league to see who comes out on top, and then the top 2 teams at the end will go against each other in the live match. Okay, so at the end of this simulated season, looking at the top scorers to try and get an idea of who has come out on top, no team really stands out here. Mbappe finished top with 29 goals for the French League, Griezmann just behind with 28 for La Liga. Then Ronaldo, Aguero and Mane were all joint third with 24 for Serie A and the Premier League respectively. In assists it's the same story again, a complete mix. Thiago of the Bundesliga is top with 12, although Kevin De Bruyne was equal with 12 assists for Premier League as well. Neymar for Ligue 1 was in joint third with 11 assists with Insigne from Serie A. Then Promes from the Eredivisie in 5th with 10. As we go over to clean sheets, it's Alisson who leads the way with 20 clean sheets for the Premier League, so it looks like the Premier League might have the slight advantage, although Neuer and Sommer have 11 clean sheets apiece, coming up to a total of 22 for the Bundesliga, so still all to play for, nothing really seems to be decided. So let's go ahead and look at the table to see who has come out on top. Starting at the bottom, we can see that our Republic of Ireland team has come in last place, only managing to draw 2 games. I can tell you they were against the Romanian League and the Norwegian League, scoring only 11 goals and conceding 102, but 2 points is better than none. 17th place is the Romanian League with 15 points, the Polish League just ahead with 16 points in 16th place. 15th place is where we find the Swedish League with 22 points. The Norwegian League is in 14th place with 25 points. just 1 point behind the Danish league in 13th with 26 points. It's the Swiss league that finishes in 12th with 34 points, and the Scottish league 3 points ahead in 11th with 37. One thing to note, the Swiss league didn't struggle for goals seemingly, getting 38 goals. It was just their defence that let them down, so they probably could have finished higher, but poor defensively unfortunately. In 10th is where we find the Austrian league, only finishing 1 point ahead of the Scottish league, and then quite a big jump up to 9th, where we find the Turkish league with 45 points, goal difference of exactly 0. Actually not done as well as I thought they might have done, but maybe it's because of the ageing squad. And then an even bigger jump up to 8th place, where we find the Belgian league on 61 points, so definite overachievers here, with a goal difference of plus 13 as well. They have definitely surprised me. In 7th is the Dutch league, so despite Quincy Promes having a good season, they have only finished 7th, only 3 points ahead of the Belgian league with 64 points, but with a far superior goal difference of 27. And 6th is the Portuguese league with 69 points and a goal difference of plus 33. So the 5 teams that I predicted would be leading the way have done, so let's see what order they come in at. And shockingly, it's the Italian league that is in 5th place, 82 points and a goal difference of plus 56. I was expecting them to be in the top 3, but they have been outdone by the French and German leagues seemingly. And it is the German league that is in 4th with 82 points also, so it went down to goal difference, which the German league did beat the Italians at. And it's the French league that came in 3rd with 84 points at a goal difference of plus 61. So it will be the English league and the Spanish league fighting it out in the live match, but let's see who's come out on top in this simulation. And it's the Spanish league in 2nd place, getting 90 points and a goal difference of plus 75, just missing out by 1 point to the Premier League, who also have a goal difference of 75, so very close there. Let's go ahead and see who comes out on top in the live match. So here we are, the Premier League versus La Liga in the ultimate battle of which league has the best players. We're going to be playing for the Champions League. Let's see who comes out on top. Kante coming forward now, plays it to Firmino. Firmino plays it forward trying to find Aguero, but it's a poor pass and Oblak gathers it. It's come back to Modric now. Modric with a long ball over trying to find Messi. Keeps it in play. Has Suarez inside. Now it's played back to Modric. Suarez gets it back and gives it to Griezmann. Modric with it again now, out to Messi. Messi plays it through to Griezmann and gets around the defender, playing to the box. And after a scramble, it is the Premier League who get it clear, but it's back with Griezmann now. Crosses the box to Suarez! And it's 1-0 to La Liga. Modric and Messi involved a lot in the build-up play down that right-hand side. The Premier League couldn't clear it, and Griezmann got round the defenders, crossed it into Suarez. Alisson couldn't get to it, and it's a simple tap-in from Suarez in the end. And it is La Liga 1, Premier League 0. Here's Firmino coming forward now, plays the ball over trying to find Sadio Mane. He gets to it and plays inside to Aguero. Aguero plays the ball back to Mane now, options in the middle. Tries to find Firmino, but it's cleared away. Alexander-Arnold bursting into the middle of the pitch now. Maybe going to go for the shots. Does, but Oblak gets to it. Toni Kroos to Alba. Back inside to Hazard. Hazard has some space. Gets past the defenders and takes a shot, but Alisson makes the save. Messi takes the corner short to Modric. Gets around Salah and crosses to the far post, and Alisson has to tip it over for another corner. Here's Alexander-Arnold on the right-hand side now. Only Jordi Alba to beat. Can't beat him now and plays it back inside to Firmino. Firmino now going wide. Back inside to De Bruyne. Takes a shot, but it's blocked. And Alexander-Arnold wins it high up the pitch, and the cross is played in, but Oblak punches it away. Mane's won it back though. Chance still on for the Premier League as it's back with De Bruyne. Forward to Firmino. Now with Mane! And he's got it just over the bar. Here's Toni Kroos now to Luka Modric. As Eden Hazard making a run down the left-hand side. Finds him. Only has Alexander-Arnold to beat on the left-hand side. Plays it back to Kroos. Forward to Suarez. Some good build-up play from the La Liga team on the edge of the box now. Back with Hazard on the left-hand side now. Goes for the cross. And it's caught by Alisson. Here's De Bruyne going forward now. To Aguero. Plays it through to Kane. Forward to De Bruyne, who chips over far post trying to find Mane, who gets to it, but the angle is too tight. Messi plays the ball through to Carvajal, who tries to cross it, but nobody's near the ball in the box, and Alisson gets to it easily. Here comes Harry Kane now, plays it over, trying to find Mo Salah. Can he keep it in play? He can. Options in the box, tries to find Aguero, but the cross is just overhit. Here come the Premier League now with Sadio Mane down the left-hand side. Plays it to Andrew Robertson. Could have played it back to him then, but chose not to. Now it's back with De Bruyne in the middle. Plays it forward to Aguero. Now with Harry Kane. Back to Aguero. Through to N'Golo Kante, who crosses it to Aguero. And it is all level. Was definitely expecting N'Golo Kante to take the shot then, but he was very unselfish and played it across to Sergio Aguero, who, a man with his reputation, is not going to miss from there, and we are all square. La Liga 1, Premier League 1. Here's Kroos now in the middle of the park, forward to Hazard. As Jordi Alba making a run down the left finds him, gets round Alexander-Arnold. 3 men in the box. Chooses not to cross it in though, and back to Kroos. Now with Suarez trying to get round Mo Salah, chips it across, trying to find Griezmann, but it's headed clear. De Bruyne pressing the ball high up the pitch though, and it's looking like this is going to go to extra time, and it will as the referee blows his whistle. It's 1-1 at full time, and we will have extra time to decide this game. Here's Paul Pogba now coming forward. Gets round Modric, but then cuts back inside and plays it to N'Golo Kante, who's bursting forward, finds Kane, back to Pogba, to Aguero! Paul Pogba plays it forward to Aguero, then gets the ball back. Tries to play it through to Salah, but N'Golo Kante gets in the way, and now La Liga can counter-attack. With Eden Hazard, forward to Jordi Alba, 2 players in the box, a third arriving. Can he get it across this time? He does, near post to Griezmann, but it's saved by Alisson. Suarez plays it through to Griezmann. Plays it to Hazard. Back to Griezmann. But he's offside. Here's Piqué now on the halfway line. Tries to find Hazard on the left-hand side. Finds him. Plays it across into the box, but Alisson gathers it. It's a poor pass from Laporte. Hazard plays it to Modric now. Back with Hazard down the left-hand side. 2 players in the box. Tries to find Griezmann at the far post, but Alisson gathers it again. Here's Aguero coming forward now, plays out wide to Sadio Mane. Back inside to Aguero. Had a chance to get Pogba then, but plays it inside to Kane. And he takes too long, and the keeper smothers the ball. Kane wins the ball in the air, plays it forward to Pogba. Now with N'Golo Kante with space ahead of him. Can he find Aguero in the middle again? He can't, but gets the ball back. But it's cleared away, and perhaps that's the last chance of the game. Premier League team still has it though, with Mo Salah to Pogba. It's cut out, but back to Conte. Now with Mane, out wide to Andrew Robertson. And Bale clears it out for a throw-in. Still time to take the throw-in. It's going to be Sadio Mane, takes it back to Robertson with the first time cross. But Ramos cuts it out, and we are going to go to penalties. So for the first time one of these experiments, it's going to go to penalties, and Kane's penalty is saved. Hazard makes no mistake with the second penalty though. Now we have to wait 5 hours for Pogba to do his run-up. And he makes no mistake with that one, and we are level. Sergio Ramos now. And his penalty is scored. La Liga taking a 2-1 lead. Mo Salah now. And he scores his penalty. Next is the turn of Antoine Griezmann. And Alisson saves it, and we are all square now. Aguero, and it's advantage to the Premier League. Next up Suarez. He scores as well with all square once again. Sadio Mane to take his. And he's missed it. The turn of Luka Modric now. Can he win it for La Liga? With the 5th penalty. Takes the run up. And it does just go over the line. I wasn't sure if it had hit the bar and gone out, but the game has told me that it has gone in. So La Liga has won this game on penalties. I'm not entirely sure how close that penalty was. Let's take a look at the replay here. And yes, it did actually bounce behind Alisson. I didn't see that the first time because it was going so fast. But La Liga have won the game here on penalties. It was all square after 120 minutes. And they have got retribution for the Premier League team winning in the simulation. So the Premier League and La Liga are the 2 leagues with the best players according to FIFA 20. The Premier League team being the better in the simulation and the La Liga team being the better in the live match. But if you like this video, go ahead and hit the like button, hit subscribe, leave any feedback down in the comments below, any ideas for any future experiments you'd like me to do, and I will see you next time.